Alright, everyone, we're back with our second episode of the Local to Global. We are here with World Championship Federation. We are here at our fourth event, Battlefront, um, where you can see I have 6 segments booked already. I did mess up and forgot that Chris Benoit was working for New Japan, so I have to fix that later on. So I'm going to go ahead and book the show, so I will be right back. Alright, everybody, so we have the show all set up. Let's jump into it with our first match of the night. In a technical masterclass that had superb wrestling, but little heat, Lord Steven Regal defeated Chris Candido in 11:33 by pinfall with his Regalplex. The crowd is simmering. The wrestling rating got a 54. The crowd got a 4. And the segment got us a 63. Chris Candido had a 47. Lord Steven Regal got a 60. Chris Candido debuted his Suicide Blonde gimmick. It got an adequate. And Lord Steven Regal debuted his Blue Blood, which got an adequate. The match got the show off to a strong start. Wins and losses have greater impact on momentum. Very marketable. And gives a small penalty to microphone. It's not too horrible. So let's hop in to our next segment here. It's just Regal, basically just saying, hey, you know what? I'm the greatest technical wrestler in the World Championship Federation. The crowd heat is hot and rising. It got us at 35. The angle got the crowd hotter, and Lord Steven Regal's getting better at his gimmick, too, as well. So that's not too horrible. So let's head to our next match. In a wild brawl that had superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Harlem Heat defeated the Disciples of Destruction in 12:09 when Booker T pinned Big Ron. With a towering inferno, Harlem Heat make defense number 1 of the WCF World Tag Team titles. The crowd heat is hot. The wrestling rating got a 43. The crowd got a 10. The segment got a 51. Stevie Ray got a 36. Booker got a 52. Big Ron got a 38. And Heavy D got a 4. T4. Heavy D debuted his biker gimmick and it got a very good. Big Ron debuted his and got a poor. It advanced the World Tag Glory storyline. Stevie Ray was really off his game. Big Ron was really off his game. Booker and Stevie showed excellent chemistry, and Heavy D and Big Ron got a tag team specialist bonus. He received when to look dominant, gives large charisma, loses damage popularity more than usual, can be penalized for the comedy. Yeah, so it's just all comedy stuff and looking dominant. So let's head to the next segment, which got us a 35 as well. Double J just talking about, hey, you know what? I'm going to be the greatest world champion ever, and there's nobody that could stop me, not even the Sandman. So the crowd heat is white hot. It got a 35. It advanced the world champion crowning storyline, and the angle got the crowd hotter. Let's head to the next segment. In a boat that had superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Scotty the Body defeated Dean Malenko and Rob Van Dam in a triple threat in 11:38 when Scotty pinned Rob Van Dam with a pile driver. Dean Malenko carried the match in terms of in-ring work. Scotty the Body was the weak link. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got us a 55. The crowd got a 16. We got a 67. Dean had a 71. Rob had a 53. And Scotty had a 42. At advanced the world champion crowning. And Dean is getting better at his gimmick. So I just want to see here. How Scotty's got that poor gimmick, I forgot it. Okay, so let's head to the next segment, which is the main event of Jeff Jarrett versus the Sandman. In a bout that had great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Double J Jeff Jarrett defeated the Sandman in 12:22 by pinfall with his pile driver. Double J Jeff Jarrett makes defense number 1 of the WCF World Heavyweight title. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got a 40. The crowd got a 19. The segment got us a 47. Jeff Jarrett had a 44. The Sandman had a 36. And the Sandman debuted his hardcore icon gimmick and it got a very good. I forgot to check that. Gives large penalties to just about everything. So let's finish up the show. Oh, we got a 44. Increased our popularity in one region, and Lord Steven Regal was used too much. So let's finish the show. We'll address the locker room. We'll give it to Dean for his performance, and Booker for his performance, because they have just been killing it. Yeah, we lost $2,000. It's not bad. Oh, hey, we went up to 11 in the Midwest, so that's great. So once we get to 17, we'll move up to the next size. So I'm going to just skip ahead up until we get to Crossroads, and then I will be right one. All right, everybody, we got the show booked. We got our 7 segments for the night. So let's hop in. Let's start it off. Annie Boat that had superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Jerry Lynn defeated Bob Holly in 11:34 by pinfall with his cradle pile driver. The crowd heat is hot and rising. The wrestling rating got a 54. The crowd got a 9. The segment got a 53. Bob Holly had a 35. Jerry Lynn had a 54. Bob Holly debuted as Alabama Slammer and it got a 4. Bob Holly seemed off his game. The match got the crowd off to a strong start. The match got the crowd hotter. And Bob's gimmick does nothing. So, let's hop off to our next segment. So, in a wild brawl that had good wrestling and but little heat, Dave Finlay and Lord Steven Regal defeated the Harlem Knights in 10:14 when Regal pinned Bobby Knight with his Regalplex. In terms of in-ring work, Dave Finlay was head and shoulders above everybody else. The crowd heat is hot. The wrestling got a 39. The crowd got a 3. And the segment got us a 39. Finlay sustained a strained bicep. Bobby Knight got a 22, Nelson Knight got a 24, Regal got a 41, and Finlay got a 52. Finlay debuted his Fighting Irish gimmick, and it got a great. Finlay was slowed by his injury. Nelson Knight was off his game. Lord Steven Regal was off his game. Nelson Knight and Bobby Knight got a tag team specialist bonus, and Lord Steven Regal's getting better at his gimmick. Finlay gives a small boost to charisma and may receive a bonus when booked to look dominant, so that's really great. Hopefully his bicep strain isn't too long so that we can get him back out here, back doing loops. So let's head to the next segment, which is probably going to be pretty poor. Yep. So it's just Bob Holly saying, hey, you know what? I came here to make an impact, not just to lose. The crowd heat is white hot. The segment got a 36. The angle got the crowd hotter. He was just penalized for the poor gimmick that he's got. So, let's head to the next segment. So, in a bout that had superb wrestling and good heat, Double J Jeff Jarrett defeated Sean Waltman in 11:51 by pinfall with his pile driver. Double J makes defense number 2 of the WCF World Heavyweight title. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got a 46. The crowd got a 24. The segment got a 53. Double J got a 43. Sean Waltman got a 49. Sean Waltman debuted his underdog gimmick and it got a great. John Finnegan debuted his staff member, got a great. It advanced the crowning of world champion. Sean Waltman seemed off his game, and Double J and Sean Waltman had pretty good chemistry and it lifted the matches, so that's pretty good. We're not really worried about him. Losses do not hurt momentum as much. That's good. So that's not too bad. So that's actually like the best match that we've ever gotten from Jeff Jarrett so far. So that really isn't that bad. So let's head to the next segment. It's got a 45, which is just Eddie and Scotty saying, hey, you know what? We're going to defeat Dean and Rob tonight. And Eddie is going to go and face Double J at Final Conflict for the WCF World Championship. The segment's very hot. It got a 45. Scotty the Body did some fine improvising work during the segment, so that's good. So let's head to our main event. In a bout that had superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Rob Van Dam and Dean Malenko defeated Eddie Guerrero and Scotty the Body in 15-12 when Dean pinned Scotty to win the match. Scotty the Body was the weakest link. Now the crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got a 60. The crowd got a 17. We got a 79. Dean had a 75. Rob had a 56. Scotty had a 43. Eddie had a 67. It advanced the segment. The storyline, or the creative finish I gave it, was a success, and it got the match buzzing as well. So that's really great. So let's see what we got for the show. We got a 68. Bob Holly was just used too much. The show didn't result in any popularity changes. Dang. So let's give some love to Eddie, because Eddie did a great job in the match, and so did Dean. Dean is like a machine out there. Oh, I gave it to Dominic. Whoops. Oh, it's only 4 days. Shoot, he'll be perfectly fine. He'll be back. Lost another 2,000, so that's pretty good. That's everything. So, I will be right back after we get through so Finley's injured. It's just 4 days, so I'm just going to advance off to Final Conflict in about a month or so. So I will be right back at one. Alright, everybody, we have Final Conflict all booked out, so we are going to start the show with our opening contest of the night in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. The Long Riders defeated Glamour Boy Sean and the Sandman in 12-20 when Brett Colt pinned Glamour Boy Sean with the Sidewinder. The crowd heat is hot and rising. The wrestling rating got a 34. The crowd got a 13. The segment got us a 33. The Sandman sustained a sprained ankle. Brett Colt had a 40. Kip Winchester had a 32. The Sandman had a 36. Glamour Boy Sean had a 30. Glamour Boy Sean debuted his old school face gimmick. It got very good. It lost the World Tag Glory. It lost at heat. Kip Winchester was off his game. The Sandman was off his game. The crowd got the show off to a strong start, and the match got the crowd hotter as well. Nothing for his. So let's head to our next segment. In a bout that had great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Harlem Heat defeated Harlem Knights in 11:56 with Booker T pinned Bobby Knight with a towering inferno. Harlem Heat makes defense number 2 of the WCF World Tag Team Championships. Bobby Knight was a weak link. The crowd heat is white hot. The wrestling got a 38. The crowd got a 10. We got a 45. Stevie got a 46. Booker got a 50. Bobby had a 23. And Nelson had a 32. It advanced the World Tag Glory. Booker T and Stevie have great chemistry. Nelson and Bobby have got a tag team specialist bonus, and the match got the crowd hotter. And then afterwards, after they pick up their win, Harlem Heat say, you know what, we want some more competition in the tag team tag team ranks. We want more fights for the gold, so more people need to step up. So it's a very hot. The segment got a 43. It advanced the World Tag Glory as well. So let's head to the next match. So in a bout that had superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Scotty the Body defeated Rob Van Dam in 14:01 with a pile driver. And the crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got a 47. The crowd got a 16. We got a 53. Rob Van Dam had a 51. Scotty had a 43. It lost heat. Rob Van Dam seemed off his game, and it got the crowd buzzing as well. That's the best promo we got out of him. So Double J pretty much just says, there's nobody here that could beat me, not even Dean Malenko. I'm the greatest world champion in WCF. No one can beat me. So the crowd heat is very hot. We got a 46. It advanced the world champion crowning. And let's head to our main event. In a bout that had superb wrestling and good heat, Dean Malenko defeated Double J Jeff Jarrett in 14:43 by submission with a Texas Cloverleaf. Dean Malenko wins the WCF World Heavyweight title. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got a 64. The crowd got a 24. The segment got a 75. Dean had a 76. Jeff Jarrett had a 52. It gained heat. The match got the crowd buzzing. We got a 67. And it increased our popularity in one region, so we'll check it out. We'll give some love to Dean, who did good, and Rob Van Dam, who did good. The Sandman. Just be a week. We lost $1,000. Oh, we're up to 12. We need 5 more. So that is basically everything for this episode. So we had done our 3 events. When I come back in the next episode, we'll have more events to go through to get everybody. Not to get everybody, but to add to our shows and everything. So I will be back in our next episode. I will see everyone in the next one.